What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mula Finance channel. I am back in my home theater for today's video. Today, I wanted to talk about how to manifest because I think that's something that's extremely important. Even if you think something different spiritually, it's something that really actually scientifically changes your mindset. It changes what you think, and what you think changes how you act. How you act changes the results of your life. Okay, so if you guys don't believe or don't understand what manifestation is just, in simple terms, for me, if you ask me, manifestation is just the art of tricking your brain into preparing for the life that you want to live, okay? So manifesting could be something, for everybody that doesn't understand what it is, manifesting could be something as, you know, people make vision boards. People do a lot of things. I'm going to teach you exactly what worked for me. And I'm literally going to tell you exactly what worked for me. The very first thing you have to do is you have to write it down, okay? I don't know what kind of special power comes from writing stuff down, okay? But writing stuff down literally changes your mind, all right? So I'm gonna let you know what I did and the mistake that I made and how you can change that mistake, all right? How you can do better. So the first thing you need to do is you need to get a notepad, get a notebook, get a legal pad of some sort, just a section, a collection of a bunch of pages that you can write your dreams and your goals down, okay? Get down. Get down. Now, when you write your dreams and your goals down, you want to make sure you write them as if you already have them currently or you already had them. So, for example, one of my goals is to buy my own private jet. I want a big private jet, like a 20-passenger jet, and I want it to own it, and I want my last name to be on the plane, okay? So if I want that, if I want to manifest that, if that's one of my goals, I'm going to write down in my notebook, I have a 20-passenger jet that costs $30 million, for example. I'm not going to say I'm going to have, or I will have, or I'm not going to say it like, I'm going to speak it as if I already have it or if I already had it. Okay, so you can purchase, you can write it like that, or you can write it, I bought mine. You could write it in the past tense or the present tense, but don't make it seem like it hasn't happened yet, okay? Don't write it down like that. Write it down as if it's already happened. Now, what this is going to do and what this did for me, I can tell you guys right now. I used to watch Steve Harvey, Grant Cardone. I used to watch these people say this stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is that going to do? What is me writing it down going to do? That's the way I used to think. When I tell you I start writing this stuff down, I start manifesting, this is exactly what I did, and I do not think it's a coincidence. I can kid you not. I start manifesting, and in the span of 60 days, I was rich. 60 days, I start manifesting. I was rich. I started making $100,000 a month. That was at the end of 2021, and I've been rich ever since, okay? Number two, you want to make sure you do that every single day, first of all, okay? Make sure you do that every day. With the mistake that I was making was I was writing it down every so often. I think the first thing you should do in the morning is grab your notepad and write that stuff down. Write down your biggest goals, just whatever's on your mind. If it's a jet, if it's a Rolls Royce, if it's $100 million, if it's a great wife, a great, beautiful wife, loyal wife, you know what I'm saying? 5 beautiful, healthy kids, a palace in fucking London. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want, your biggest goals, okay? And when you write this stuff down, do not think small. That is one of the biggest mistakes people make when they manifesting, is they think too damn small. Don't think small. Think bigger than your wildest dreams. Maybe you never thought about owning a jet. You should, though. You should. And man, I don't need that. I don't need all that. Yes, you do need it. You do need it. You're being selfish. You do need it. Maybe you don't need a jet, but people in Haiti who go through earthquakes could use $100 million. If you could give them $100 million, that would change millions of lives. People in Africa, people in your hometown, your children, your children's children might need it. Okay, so don't be selfish and get caught up in the, oh, I don't need $1 billion. Just give me a few 100,000 and I'll be good. No, think beyond your wildest dreams. And my dreams have always been huge. I've been learning to think past that. Think past your wildest dreams. It should sound crazy. When you start telling people, it should sound fucking insane. when you start telling these people this stuff, okay? The number two thing, make sure you write that stuff down every day, okay? The number two thing is you have to, I'll repeat, you have to get around it. Whatever your goals are, and most people, if you're watching this video, your goal is to increase your financial literacy, your financial stability, increase your life, period, and it starts with financials. So if you're on this channel and you're watching that, you need to get around that stuff. So an easy thing for you to do is, instead of being convenient, maybe you don't live in a rich neighborhood. Maybe your rich neighborhood is 40 minutes away, 20 minutes away. Some of y'all, maybe the richest neighborhood is even an hour away, okay? If I'm in Miami, right? So if I'm in Miami, I can be in Opelika, which is a bad, kind of like an impoverished neighborhood, crime neighborhood. I could be in Little Haiti. I could be in these areas, but Brickell is 20 minutes away, okay? So when you go out to eat, go to these places. A lot of these places have spot. You don't have to go to Ruth Chris and spend $400, or you don't have to go to these crazy restaurants and spend $600, $700, $800 on a meal. There's a lot of regular food that's in the areas of these rich people, but start hanging out around there. You need to see this stuff, okay? That's the problem with most people, is they don't see it. I didn't see a Rolls Royce in person until I was like 20, 22, when I went to Atlanta. Before then, I had never in my life seen, and if I did, I didn't know what the fuck it was. I never seen a Rolls Royce in Chicago, and I used to work downtown, but me working downtown, before I worked downtown, I would never really go downtown like that. Like sometimes I would go shopping, sometimes I would here and there, but I would never go downtown like that. When I start going downtown every single day, and I start seeing Ferraris pass by, Lamborghinis pass by, Rolls Royces pass by, McLarens pass by. When I start coming out and going to get my lunch on my lunch break, and I see a dude in there with his daughter, and he's at Nordstrom, and I see him walking out with 45 bags, white man with a nice suit on. His daughter looks nice and presentable, and she's happy and go lucky, and I needed to see it. I needed to see it. The internet is great though. That's the great part about the internet that I love, is that you could actually see people live. You could see me in my movie theater. You know what I'm saying? This is not my room. This is a theater that we watch movies in. Okay, you can see it. You can see the shelves. You can see the big TV. You can see the seats. You can see the couch. You see it. Watch as much of it as possible, but you have to see it in person too. But the internet is also a great place for that, because you can always see this massive amounts of wealth. You can see jets and yachts and cars and houses. See that stuff, man. To this day, I watch house tours. Shout out to Africa. I don't know how to say his last name, but his first name is Ennis. He does the craziest house tours ever. Some of these houses are $100 million fucking dollars. I watch that to this day, and I say I can live in that house. That's why you think I got to this house. When I start watching house tours, it opened my brain up. Like, somebody lives there. Somebody comes home and parks their car in that garage and goes in that kitchen and makes a meal and takes a shit on that toilet. Somebody lives here. Why not me? Why can't I live here? Okay? So first thing, you have to watch it on the internet. Always watch it on the internet. But you also have to be around it. You have to see it. You have to consume it, okay? A lot of y'all are a lot of people, and I'm not gonna say y'all, but a lot of people are angry. They in the hood, right? They angry, they jealous. Oh, snap. They angry, they jealous, right? They're trapped. That's what I call it. I call it a trap. They're trapped right now because all they see all day is shootings, liquor stores, fighting, yelling. So that literally traps your mind. If you don't think that stuff traps your mind, I want you to do this. I want you to sit in a closet, turn the light off, and sit there for 3 days straight. Don't leave. Don't move. Don't leave. And see if you'll go crazy. You'll go crazy, right? Because you are a product of your environment. So what does that mean? That means you have to change your environment. It's just that simple, okay? So number one, write it down all the time. Write it as if you already have it or you already had it. Number two, make sure you consume it. Watch it. Listen to it. Dress different. Start changing up what you're doing. Stop listening to all the songs that you've been listening to. It ain't fucking working, man. You've been listening to the same type of music since you were 10 years old. You're 26, 24, 25, 19 years old right now. Okay, 18 years old. You're in college. You're a senior now. This shit's not working. You're not rich. You get on the internet every day and watch other people live the life that you want to live, and you're still not there. Why is that? Maybe it's because of the music you listen to. All these things matter, bro. It's not just a small thing of, oh, I listen to whatever song that my big brother used to listen to. No, listen to Jay-Z. Soak that game up. Listen to Grant Cardone. Listen to me, right? Listen to Gunna talk about his watches and how many girls he got and how many jets he got on and how he made $500,000 in 2 days. Listen to these people. Shimon Chanel, go get it. Go type in how much of Chanel. I used to do this all the time. Go to Chanel. You can't shop online for Chanel, but let me sit down because my arm is killing me. You can't shop at Chanel. I mean, you can't shop online at Chanel, but you can shop online at Louis Vuitton. Alexander McQueen, right? You can shop online at a lot of these other places. And so what I used to do all of the time, I used to always get on these websites and I would just, anything I liked, if I kind of liked it, I would get on the website and add it to my cart. And I would be manifesting and one day I'm just going to get on here and get whatever I want. And fast forward 2026, I can go on Louis Vuitton and just buy almost whatever I want. And it's still not to the level I want to. I want to be able to get on there and spend $200,000 if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But I used to go to the Hermes website because I had never been on the website because I couldn't afford it. But I understood that that's what was holding me back. I've never been on the website. I don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? I still do that to this day. I'm in the shopping for a new car. I want a new car. You know what I'm saying? It's either a Lamb truck or a Rolls Royce Cullinan that I want next. Come here, Zena. Come here. So I've been shopping. My dog's sitting here chilling with me. I've been shopping on those cars. So what I do on YouTube, if I'm about to get something new, I go on YouTube and I find out. Like, I know how to put it in drive, how to put it in park. I know all the features. I know what side the gas tank is. I know what type of engine it is, right? I study not even study. I put myself in that section. I put my mind in that section. So maybe I'm not driving a Rolls Royce right now, but I can guarantee you I will be in the very near future. And if I buy a new house, when I bought this house, I used to go, because it was a private sale, I used to go on the neighborhood's website and just look at all the houses all the time and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do, yeah. Right? So all that is manifesting. The last thing you want to do is you want to make sure you touch it. You have to put your feet in the ground, bro. You have to put your feet in the ground. I cannot, for somebody who went to the military, who maybe they served in Iraq, they can tell you, they can describe it to you, and they can do their best job ever. Yeah, it was this, it was that, it was dusty, it was hot, the people were crazy, we were getting shot, the grenades was blowing up. But until I physically put you in that war, you will never know what it's really like. You'll never know what it smells like, how people talk, right? The energy that you get. So you have to go put your feet on the land. There's a lot of ways you can do that. You can go to the car dealership. Hey, can I please just sit in this car for 5 minutes? I don't want to take up your time. I don't want to waste your time. I'm going to be honest. I can't afford this. But this is my dream car and I have to touch it. Can I sit down in there for 5 minutes? Just give me 60 seconds. Can I sit in this car for 60 seconds and close my eyes and look at and feel how this carpet feels and feel how this steering wheel feels? Can I see up close on even if they don't let you inside of it? Can they can't kick you out. Walk up on there, see what that Rolls Royce seat looks like, see what that Bentley looks like, see what that Lamborghini looks like. Go to car shows, hear what the engines look like, right? Smell what it smells like in the car dealership. Go in Hermes. Go in Hermes and don't even act like you shopping. Just know I'm just looking around to kill time. I won't be buying anything, but one day I promise you I'll be back. So I'm just looking around and trying to just get the good energy. Okay, they won't have a problem. Most people, they ain't gonna have no problem with that. Louis Vuitton, same thing. Go to these open houses, bro. A lot of these huge, nice, great mansions and houses, they have open houses. Do you know what the fuck open house means? Come and look at the house. They're not going to ID you. They're not going to check your bank statements. They're not going to check your credit report for you to come in here and look at the house. Make sure you're presentable. Have a nice haircut, a nice polo shirt on, some nice pants. Make sure you look the part at least a little bit. You don't have to necessarily have designer on, but just make sure you look the part a little bit. And see how they talk to you. Shake hands with these realtors. Overhear certain conversations. Smell what it smells like in Hermes. Walk up on a shoe. Smell. This is the crazy shit I used to do, bro. I'm telling you guys. And people will be like, I know some people probably saw me and like, that guy is crazy. He just smelled the shoe. Yeah, I wanted to smell it, bro. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to see the difference. And then what I would do is I would go somewhere like Hermes, like Gucci, like Louis. I would go in there and just shop around. And then I would go in Macy's and I would compare in my mind. I'd be like, And Macy's, see, they don't have a personal shopper. In Macy's, it smells different in here. Everything all over the place, nothing organized. Nobody walked up and helped me. Nobody opened the door for me. Okay, let me go back to Hermes and see what the difference is. Ooh, they talk to me so much nicely. They're so much more respectful. They got somebody that helped me shop. I can sit down in here. They got places for me to sit down while I shop. The leather on the shoes smells different, right? And then I would go leave and go back to Foot Locker, for example, and be like, oh, it's not the same in here. So all this stuff, it push you into place. People always talk about even like first class flights. Like, I'm not saying waste your money on a first class flight if you can't afford it, but sometimes save up for a few months. Put a little $100 here, a little extra 100 that you make. Maybe you do 2-3 door dashes a day. You make a little extra $75. Put that aside, right? Put it aside every day. And after 6 months or a year, save up and spend that money on a first class flight and see what them seats feel like. See what that food tastes like. See, they give you a hot towel. The seats go back. You know what I'm saying? The plane right here, you board first, right? You get off the plane first. It's you. By the time you get off the plane and make it to baggage claim, the person in the back of the plane still sitting there waiting, right? You get on the plane, you get comfortable. They asking you if you want something to drink. They putting ice and coffee and wine, unlimited. You ain't got to pay for it. They bringing you food. They got a menu. They got a hot towel for you. The seats wide. They go all the way back. Experience it, because what happens is, when you experience it, and I was thinking about this earlier today, when you experience it, it's hard for you to go back. So now, especially with men, we need a certain sense. We need anger to a certain extent. Something needs to piss us off about the life that we're living right now so that we can get to where we need to go. Sitting in first class for a day, and then the next time, let's say you only fly first class. Let's say you're going on the trip to New York. You fly first class there, you fly coach back or economy back. And you like, oh, I don't like this shit. And it'll piss you off. Somebody's doing this every day. Somebody ain't never sleeping, ain't never sitting on economy or coach. Somebody is always on private, on first class. And people above first class. Some people are always flying private, right? So sometimes you have to do these things. You have to see these houses. You have to sit in these cars, right? You have to go in these stores. You have to understand what it feels like to be where you want to be in life. Even if you have a job, get in however you want to. If I had to get a job, if I was broke right now and I had to get a job, I wouldn't get a job in a bad neighborhood. I would get a job downtown. I would get a job in a good neighborhood, in a rich area. Right? I don't give a damn what it is. If I'd be a janitor. I would rather clean somebody's huge, big house than clean somebody's house in the projects. They could be paying me the exact same amount of money, but I want to be in this big house so I can, oh shit, look how much space is in here. Man, and they hiring me to clean. One day I'm going to be hiring somebody to clean. This house I got to get this. I got to. And then to put a fire in your brain. So what manifesting is, it's not some magical thing. You cross your hands, you blink twice, okay? You wink 3 times, you raise your eyebrows, you click your heels back and click your mouth twice, and then it starts to just happen, right? No, manifesting what it does is it changes your mindset. People always talk about mindset on these financial type of channels, but it changes your mindset. And once your mindset changes, once you get new experiences, it's almost like it unlocks a new level of the video game that's called life. It unlocks a new level, and before your mindset changes, you'll never be able to get to where you want to go, right? It makes you start thinking. That's why I tell you guys, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger, think bigger. Shout out Grant Cardone. He gave me that idea, that 10x, man. 10x your life right now. Whatever your life is at right now, however much money you make, however much money you spend, whatever car you drive, imagine if it was 10 times better. Put your mind in that mindset. Think like that. I don't want $1 million. I want 10 million. I don't want 10 million. I want 100 million. How the fuck am I going to get to 100 million? And what you'll start doing is you'll start understanding, I need to work a lot harder. I need to do shit a lot different. I need to worry about a lot different type of stuff. Okay. So overall, again, first thing you do is write it down every day. The second thing you do is start consuming it, start listening to it, start seeing it, start watching it. And the third thing is put your feet on land. If you do those things consistently, it'll start changing your mind. But don't think you're going to do it every day and not do no work behind it. And think you just going, like I said, one day just going to wake up, oh my God, I manifested all these millions. No, you didn't. You still have to work, and it's going to take more work than you think. A lot of people underestimate how much action is necessary to get to the life they're trying to go, to get to the life they're trying to get to live the life they want to live. Don't underestimate it. You know, work harder than you have ever did. Sleep less than you have ever did. Sacrifice more than you have ever did. And that's where you'll get what you want. Okay? If you guys need help with YouTube and you guys need me, a professional YouTuber who's made millions of dollars from content, if you guys need the guidance of me and to teach you how to do it the way I did it on YouTube and on content, click the link in the description. $150 will change your life. I swear to God. This is a 16-hour course that will probably get more added the more questions you guys have for me, okay? 16-hour course, $150. The game and the guidance that I'm giving you guys in that course, I should be charging you $10,000. If you want to change your life on YouTube, using content creation as a tool, click that link in the description, and I promise you $150 will change your life, okay? I believe in you guys more than you believe in yourself. I don't know you, but I know you can do it. All right, you just got to put the mind, you got to manifest, you got to put your mind to it, and you got to work your ass off. I'll see you guys in my next video. It might be 2 videos that goes up today. Peace.